welcome to a new video. Had a couple of weekends off after that 600, and yeah, I'm on my way down to Wiltshire today. A bit of a lap of Wiltshire just to keep the fitness up, you know. So a bit of the frost way, despite being on the road bike, because it's not that off-roady, if you know what I mean. And yeah, so it's a bit of a breezy day. It did actually rain earlier, and I waited for it to blow over, so I've actually started quite late today, but that's okay. So it's Saturday the 30th of July. 29th? Might be the 29th, I can't remember. Yeah, so yeah, we're off down to Wiltshire. And this is St Peter's Church at Froster. There's only, what's left is just the tower. The main church is actually down back in Froster itself, but there's a graveyard and what have you here, so looks like somebody's maintaining it, cutting the grass, etc. So that's good. Anyway, without further ado, let's crack on. Well, you find me on a rather breezy Fossway. So I'm on a gravel section here. I think I showed you this before when on one of my rides. Yeah, so this is absolutely fine for a road bike. In fact, I was pinging at a reasonable pace, to be honest, mainly because there's a tailwind. But yeah, it's a good day. Just a bit breezy, as I said. Just having a look at this crop in here, and it's not looking that good. Not that I'm an expert on such things, but it does look a bit like it's had a bit too much rain. A bit sort of black, which is a shame. Yeah, so they should be harvesting this any week now. Oh, you find me in Purton Woods. So that's near Swindon, if you're just wondering which Purton that is. And yeah, it's a lovely little bridleway. A few miles, not been along here before. It turns into top. So folks, just stopped for coffee and bite to eat in Highworth, and I had a little out and back section. It's only like 3 miles in total, there and back, and yeah, I had stopped in the petrol station, as you would have seen, and now I'm going to work my way across Swindon and drop out to the other side. But yeah, it's a little bit more to the wind now for probably the next 30 miles or so, you know. So, I'm now on a new path. I've never been along here before, and I came into a bit of a industrial estate, and it came to sort of a bit of a dead end, and I'm like, well, there's only a unit in front of me. So I was I'm about a quarter of a mile further on from where I spoke to you last on this new path I found, and there's a gap in the bushes, and it just afforded a view, you know, and that up there, let's see it, is Wroughton Airfield. So I'm going to go up there, just to the left of it, and then climb up onto the ridgeway, do a couple of miles of that, then drop off, and then a bit further south down to Avebury. I know where I am, that's the M4. Too busy. So I've now reached the ridgeway, and I'm just looking back towards Wroughton Airfield, which is now just a giant solar farm. I didn't realise it was that completely covered in, because when you come down the side of it, you don't appreciate how many there are. So that climb is, there was sort of two parts to it. The first part was up to the airfield there, and then you had probably 3/4 of a mile to a mile of flat, and then it just ramps up again until, let me go back out again, just like that, and I'm now on the ridgeway. So I've got about a mile to Hackpen Hill, but I'm going straight across, and I'm going to, so I've got about 5 miles of the ridgeway now, so going will be pretty slow, I would imagine, especially as there's a headwind as well. Here we are at the top of Hackpen Hill. The clump of trees just in front, that's just above the White Horse. You can't see the White Horse from here because it's on over the edge. But yeah, there's the road down there. With, I think that's Broadtown or something like that beyond. And then I can see the mast that is at the top of the hill out of Cliff Pipard. We're going to go off down in this general direction. Along I think it's about 3.5 miles from this point, so yeah, not too bad. It's nice being off the traffic, apart from the one guy on a motocross bike that came through, despite it being banned this time of year. But anyway, it's always one, isn't there? See for miles today. Out for a walk. So this is the obviously the ridgeway, and it is literally to its name, it's full of ridges, so I can't actually move and film at the same time because I should be on my backside. I absolutely love coming along here. That's basically where I've come from. I have to really concentrate to stay in this breath. this is called the Sanctuary, a unique stone and timber monument. So yeah, it reminds me a bit of Woodhenge, you know, the one I showed you the other week, with the circles, and they've put concrete there to depict the wood. Yeah, this is a significant place of prehistoric people who gathered here to build monuments made of earth, timber and stone for over 2,000 years. In the late Neolithic period, about 2500 BC, the sanctuary lies at one end of West Kennet Avenue. Two parallel rows of standing stones that linked it to Avebury Henge, 2.5 kilometres away. The first three pairs of avenue stone holes leading towards the gate on the far side of this field are marked by blue concrete blocks. Actually, it'd be better to show you the photograph on the board, to be perfectly honest. Anyway, now those people are there's like this, so we're just going to go down the byway here, but it's a group of people walking up, so just made it useful just to come in here. Having to walk up this path. As you can see, it's off-road, it's been pretty steep. If I'd been on the gravel bike I'd have been alright because it's got lower gears, but yeah, this one I've had to walk up, so you don't get that with every YouTuber, showing you walking up a hill. Joking aside, you can just make out the ridgeway there, so I've dropped down across the river which I showed you, and I'm coming back up the next ridge, and I've got another mile of climbing, although I don't think it's quite so steep. I could probably ride this now, to be honest, and then I then drop down into the Vale of Pewsey. So there we are, Vale of Pewsey. You can't quite see Pewsey, it's just around the corner, but yeah, we drop down now. That ridge you can see over there, that's my next ridge. Climb up on there, bang a right, a couple of miles along that, and then drop off into West Lavington or Market Lavington, I can't remember which now, and then sort of start heading home then. Just stopping here to have a bit of a breather, go up onto this bridge and then turn right. That ridge for a few miles and straight into the wind. However, once I get to the turn off point, I'm basically turning back sort of towards home then, so not too bad. I had to give up on the first bridleway up onto this track. It was so overgrown I couldn't get through it, so I had to double back down to the main road, do 1.5 miles or so, and then come up this one here. So yeah, so I got about a mile or so of this, and then I drop back down and get into Market Lavington. Well, I got about 1.5 miles to go now before I drop down into Market Lavington, which is down there. But this view is incredible. The light's gone a bit funny, but you get the drift. So folks, a bit of where I am. I stopped in Market Lavington and had a bite to eat and a drink or what have you. I'm about 5 miles further on now on the route, so finally changed direction, so I've got a bit of a crosswind now. So you know, with the hedges and what have you, it's sheltered, so it's making life a little bit easier, because that stretch from Swindon to, well, Market Lavington, it was pretty hard. and what made it hard was the wind, the hills and the surfaces. You know, riding for sort of 10 miles on grass, it's taking it out of me a little bit, but yeah, we're making progress now. Yeah, so I'm not far from a place called Siend. It's kind of between Devizes and Melksham, and yeah, I join a road in a moment. Got a bit of a swine of a hill, to be honest, and then skirt round at Melksham and head back towards Grittleton and the second helping of the Fossway for today. This is a bit of a problem I've got at the moment. This is a bit too overgrown. This is a bridleway. The footpath's there, so I'm gonna actually use the footpath. They both follow, so yeah. It's the problem I'm having is it's just, you know, trudging your way through this is eating into my time, and at the moment my ETA is 11:17, and I think I've got till about midnight. So yeah, I've got about 45 minutes in hand, which is getting a little bit tight, but we'll see what we can do from there once we get out of this mess. I'm in Yatton Kennel, so I'm a few miles from Grittleton again now, so it's looking like I'm going to be alright for daylight, at least for the bottom part of the Fossway, and I think I can stop panicking about the time as well, because when I looked at it, it was saying 11:15. Obviously it's working out up to that point, and I know everything from this point on is actually reasonably quick, so I reckon it'll be just on 10, between 10 and past. So it wasn't quite as tight as I thought. Yeah, I'm just outside Tetbury now, so not too far to go. I had a bit of an embarrassing moment just now, well, about half an hour ago. I was looking at my front light. I noticed it was coming up with a low charge. So I looked at it and I thought, oh, I've only got 37 minutes charge left on it. I'm not going to do that getting home. And so I stopped here because I haven't got my reading glasses on, and took a photograph of it with my phone, zoomed in, and it's actually a 6 hours, not 0. Panic over. Anyway, that last bit is so I've done the Fossway again, and yeah, I didn't hang around doing that. So I wanted to do it before it was proper dark, if you know what I mean. Kicked off. That was a bit of an adventure, that. It was a little bit more off-road than I was expecting, especially that bit near Melksham. I needed a machete there. But yeah, we're just over 12 hours, so that ain't too bad going, considering all of that, and having to ride the Ridgeway as well. I mean, if I'd been on a gravel bike, I think I would have. It would have been a bit quicker, if that makes sense. But anyway, been an absolute brilliant day out. Really enjoyed it. I know I say that a lot, don't I? But that's because I enjoy it every time. Getting on a bit, so I'm going to wrap it up there, and I shall see you on the next video.